Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the 7th official CJ Sports Network podcast. And oh my gosh, am I excited that you took your time out of your day to watch my podcast. I am just so filled with joy that you decided to spend 8-ish minutes with me to just listen to me talking about the playoffs because, oh my gosh, do I have a lot to talk about. Let's jump straight into the conversation. Okay, I want to talk about the first game the first round that I will or the first I would say series for teams, the Portland Trailblazers against the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, last year these roles would have been completely reversed. Portland would have been playing the Lakers, but as a higher seed. Portland went to the conference finals, as you guys should know, last year against the defending the defending champion Golden State Warriors, but with DeMarcus Cousins. Now, this is huge for the Trailblazers because now they have a chance to avenge themselves, and also the Lakers have a chance to avenge themselves by showing everybody that they're able to go deep in the playoffs. Game 1 went to the Trailblazers, and oh my gosh, am I excited for this series. Probably after I'm done recording this and uploading it, I probably will just go and watch some ESPN on TV, looking at all the series, because this is a huge playoff. I mean, sure, there are no fans, but I mean, the matchups they're just perfect. I couldn't have asked for anything more. It's a competition beyond belief. Now, second series that I'll be talking about are the Clippers against the Mavericks. I mean, you have you have Luka Doncic against Paul George and Kawhi Leonard and Kristaps Porzingis on the Mavs. This is going to be huge for both teams. I just can't wait to see how they match up. I believe the game 1 went to the Clippers, and I can't wait to see the rest of the series. Oh yeah, my predictions for the series for the Lakers and Portland Trailblazers. I believe that the series will go to the Lakers, but it will go to Game 6. The Clippers against the Mavs, I think it will go to around Game 5, but in the Clippers' favor. And, yes, this is going to be huge for the Mavericks if they do win, because then Luka Doncic, the young superstar, will be just pushing their team to the second round. It will be awesome for someone like him, that young. But for the Clippers, this will be Paul George's first time out of the first round in a while. This will be Kawhi's for a second time in 2 years out of the first round. It's just gonna be huge for both of them. Yeah, I said my predictions, Game 5 for them. And our main talking point of this episode, the Oklahoma City Thunder against the Houston Rockets. As you can see, the thumbnail, the bad blood starting between Chris Paul and Russell Westbrook. That is not clickbait. That is true. That is 100% true. And I'll tell you how. These two, as you guys know, when pressure comes, fights break out. Like, Chris Paul has been but he's been an annoying player in the league. You cannot deny that. With Rajon Rondo, he was really annoying. With DeMarcus Cousins, he was very annoying. With all of these NBA players, he has been super pesky because he's good. But with Russell Westbrook, he's been pesky with returning the fight. If you make him mad, he'll fight you. But, I mean, right now they're good friends, I believe. But I think when the times are tough, you're going to see bad blood on the court. It's not going to be good friends playing against each other. It's going to be two rivals facing off. And the Houston Rockets and the Oklahoma City Thunder are becoming rivals by the year. First, it was the playoffs with Westbrook in his first year without Kevin Durant in the league. They played the Rockets. And then it was now where if you've been on my channel for more than 5 minutes, you know that Russell Westbrook and Chris Paul got traded from their team last year for each other. Chris Paul was on the Rockets. Russell Westbrook was on the Thunder. They got traded. Chris Paul got traded for two pick swaps. Westbrook just got traded. For that. That was a big trade. That's going to shape history. But that's in my opinion why it's going to be bad blood. They're turning into rivals. When the times are tough, you can usually see on ESPN, you click on it, you see fight, Joel Embiid, or this one that I saw recently on ESPN. Joel Embiid gets mad at James Harden for foul, and then Joel Embiid bumped onto him. This was before the playoffs started, but yeah, it's just big. It's so exciting to talk about the playoffs. My predictions for the Thunder Rockets, I think it's going to either Game 6 or Game 7 in the Rockets' favor. And no, I am an OKC fan. It's hard to not be biased, but I mean, OKC, they're a rebuilding team. Can you really expect much from them? No, you can't. But what it would mean for each team, the Rockets, if they won, that would show that the Westbrook trade was not a bad trade, and that they are legitimate contenders for the title, and that since the Warriors are out, they could make it to the finals. But if the Thunder win, this would be most important and the biggest story for the Thunder, because they have been the storyline of this year. It's huge for the Thunder. They're not a rebuilding team anymore. They're a legitimate contender. They're out of the first round for the first time since the Kevin Durant era, since the first era of Thunder basketball. Now in the new era of the Thunder basketball, the rebuilding phase, that showed the media that this isn't rebuilding. This is teams playing together. These are two teams just fighting like each other instead of like a rebuilding team versus a good team. The Thunder have been so underrated, in this season. I have to skim through the next three playoff games because we're running out of time. But the Magic versus the Bucks, this will be good for the Magic because they're the underdogs. As you know, I always cheer for the underdogs. I always want the Magic, or I always want the underdog to win, because it just shows so much about the NBA and so how wrong that the media can be like me. I think that is, even though I'm cheering for the Magic, I think that it will be around 5 to 6 games in the Bucks' favor. So if the Bucks win, this will just be sweeping, casual, nothing really much for the Bucks. When they make it to the third round, that's going to be big for them. Let's see. Sixers Celtics, big. I think Celtics will win in 5 games. I don't think the Sixers are equipped to beat them. I could be wrong. 5 to 6 games for the Celtics to beat the Sixers. If the Sixers win, that will prove me wrong in my first episode, and all the media wrong. They'll prove the media wrong also. For the Celtics, if they win, that will just prove the Kemba Walker trade was a good trade. Anyways, I'm so thankful that you guys took around 8 minutes out of your day just to listen to me ramble about the playoffs. I know that every YouTuber says, thank you guys for watching so much, subscribe, like. I don't care, but the thing with me is that I am genuinely thankful that you guys have watched my videos, and you guys have subscribed. I've blown up. I've done all of this, within the course of a month. I've gained 15 to 16 subs within a month. And all of these likes, all of these analytics, within 1 month. And that just makes me think, what can I accomplish in a year? Because I want to improve for you guys. Without you, this isn't possible. Sure, I may go on with these rants, without you guys, but it's going to be less motivating. If if my audience is only 2 people, what's the point? I could just go talk to those people or call them. When I'm talking to you, it fills me with joy that more than 3 to 4 people are just watching 10 minutes of me rambling at a screen. Also, it's just, you guys can email me with the email in the description. It is mike123music@gmail.com. Don't ask me what the email is. I just chose a random account on my address. So you guys can email that. And I will be looking through my inbox every 2 to 3 days. So if you guys want to email me on what you guys want content to be, and what you guys want me to improve on. You guys can leave all that stuff in the comments, but I mean, I can reply to you in the email easier. I mean, it's just yeah, I want to improve with the way you want me to, because you can tell I'm really stretching for 10 minutes, but I can't tell you how much that I appreciate you guys watching. Once I reach around 50 to 100 subs, I will be taking longer breaks to edit videos because I need the quality to get better. Plus, I'm planning on working with different editing softwares. Right now, I'm only using iMovie on my Mac and iPhone, but I'm planning on moving to different stuff like Adobe Rush and other things. I can usually whip out a podcast in 1 to 2 days, but I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys later, and goodbye.